Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 25th of August. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and as you see, yesterday on the daily perspective, from a daily point of view, we've put in a pivot swing pattern with the three candles there, and a break of the lows here would really suggest further downside. Certainly a bearish view when you look at it from the 4 hourly point of view, with a lower high now confirmed in as we've broken up prior low there. And this pattern I'm looking at on the 4 hourly to the right hand side here as well is a sort of bear flag sort of pattern, which would, as I said, if break of the lows or break even of the trend line there would suggest further downside. Coming down to a 60-minute chart, and well, there we go. There's the flag in its glory. If we put a trend line across the lows here, this is really, if we see the break of this at the moment, this sort of 7 o'clock candle looks like it's going to be a shooting star into the 34 moving average, and it does, as I said, look to the weak side at the moment. However, there's always this forever, of course. You come back to looking at the dailies. It's a few times okay, we get up to 3 bars down, but with the choppiness in the markets at the moment, it may just hold up and consolidate. But my preference, as I said, would be the sell side. Looking at the pound, well, we talked about it yesterday in the room numerous times. Everyone spotted the potential for it to run up to its daily 50. And there is still potential. It's outdoing the euro at the moment in terms of its move here. It was discussing yesterday again whether it was just euro weakness or the dollar strength, but the pound seems to be pushing up, and once again it's made a new high yesterday. So continued in its route, 3 days up at the moment. Now there is a chance to run up to that daily 50 maybe today, but well, it's making the hardest route of it, but still got the possibility. Again, selling off here, maybe a bull flaggish sort of pattern coming in there. Really needs to get a wiggle on to push on through. What I don't like on the shorter time frame here, it has confirmed a lower high in the hourlies, whereas the euro's done on the 4 hourlies, the cable's done on the hourlies. Now, it's maybe just a small correction move, may get a bounce off the hourly 50. It came short of it yesterday, but may get a kicker back up that into towards the will then take it up towards the daily R1. So that daily R1 at 32.83. I don't think it's too far away, 33.08. So not too far away from the daily 50. So as I said, if it starts kicking in that direction, then we'll more than likely push on for it. It's just it's the way so many traders are looking at it. Just looking, there's a raft of buy orders sitting at 32.70 area above these highs here. So there's quite a few potential short candidates that have shorted the pound there. So that in itself, any rally would make it quite a target for the orders to run through there, and then it's pretty clear ways until 32.94 in terms of orders above, so making the 31.33 area certainly a potential target. Okay, so really just need to see it break up there. Say short term it's gone a bit bearish, but longer term it's still looking pretty positive. Okay, oops, looking at dollar yen for next. So dollar yen still in a more consolidated phase. It has intraday put in some reasonable moves, but it's just see the consolidation in the daily pattern here, and well, there's really potential really for me. It's too easy to carry on the downside really. I'm just looking at what's going on here. It's just put a trend line across these lows. Well, maybe it needs to come down quite a bit before it confirms that. Although, of course, once the 7 o'clock bar's completely closed, we could put a trend line across those lows and into that sort of area. Maybe a close below that, or break of the 60-minute 50 would confirm the potential for it to come off a bit more. But certainly looking a bit on the weaker side. I've got the potential for the weak side from the upper picture. Okay, Aussie dollar. Well, yep, every week, every day I've said it, lower highs, lower lows, and then yes, now it's managed to consolidate here on the dailies here a little bit with a slightly higher low there coming in. So wedge pattern sort of sitting there, and it's really a pattern through the markets and to quite some extent this consolidation. I think there's a lot sitting on the Jackson Hole meeting, and perhaps it will be a little bit clearer next. I was going to say Monday, but next Tuesday when that's out of the way. Right, so Aussie dollar as we're sitting at the moment, put the shooting star in the last bar. For me, it's too choppy to do too much with. It does get these nice runs. It does get decent runs amongst it all. It's already hit the daily pivot R1 today. We've got very little in the way of targets, but if it does start breaking the trend line that sits across these lows here, maybe it'd be worth a short back down towards yesterday's lows. And finally, the Canadian dollar, which, excuse me, I'll clear that one out of the way. Canadian dollar, well, let's just look at oil, just to give you a picture of that. I'll give you oil at 60 minutes. You say, apart from the move at 3 o'clock, I did warn that we would potentially see a bit of volatility when the reserves stocks were measured or reported, and that certainly happened there at 3, but thereafter we've seen consolidation, and we were seeing quite tight consolidation beforehand. Of course, that did have an effect, a blip at 3 o'clock. It just sort of went through to 4 o'clock there, then just consolidated and didn't really want to show much more. So looking at the dailies, we could see more of the same running through today. Just looking, we've got the 130, we've got core durable goods. There's very little. The Jackson Hole meeting starts today. There's very little else this week aside of that to create any volatility. Canadian dollar consolidating on the 60 minutes. It may show its hand a little bit clearer. I still, to some extent, prefer the potential push up a little bit further. It's failed to make a new high yesterday, but the picture on the shorter time frame here, it's got a simple, smooth trend line across here. So any drop in oil could see it pushing up towards its daily R1. My preference at the moment, but could be completely wrong. Right, that's it for me. News-wise, as I said, very little out there. Core durable goods, weekly unemployment claims in the US at 1:30, both at 1:30, and then there may be some comments coming out from the Jackson Hole attendees. Have a great one. Bye for now.